happens all the time. Just a few days after school lets out, you might hear, "Mom, I'm bored." How can you avoid that? We're featuring activities your kids can do over the summer that are fun and useful. The Eat This Summer Camp is a popular choice now that more and more kids say they want to be a chef when they grow up. Here with more, please welcome Sarah Tanner from Recipe for Success, along with Chef Ruffy Sulaiman from the Hilton Americas Hotel. Hello there.
Hi.
All right. Recipe for Success was born out of a need and recognition that we are suffering in the way of good nutrition in this country.
Absolutely. We were founded to help combat childhood obesity by teaching kids how to make healthy food fun. You know, we teach them how to garden and how to cook, and then at our Eat This Summer Camp, we're actually teaching them about marketing as well, and all about the different foods that they can make to make healthy choices.
Getting back to the basics of healthy choices. Now, Ruffy, you're originally from Nigeria?
Absolutely, yes.
And so, like a lot of other countries around the world, eating fresh is nothing new. That's what you do all the time.
Absolutely. It's all organic. You know, we eat fresh all the time, and you know, it's an honor for me to actually come out when Recipe for Success called me to come and teach the kids and talk to them about fresh food.
Because you actually do this, and you work with kids in the classroom. So you go into the school system, because that's where it is at the root, no pun intended, the root of where it should start. And you teach kids. They get science.
That's right.
It's a little bit of home economics in there, and the whole bit. And the goal is that a lot of these kids have taken this home to their families.
Exactly. So every kid leaves our class with a recipe, and the hope is that they go and they take these recipes to their families and actually learn how to make them themselves and continue to make those with their families.
So you're whipping up a recipe right now.
That's right.
And this is all made with fresh foods here. So what are you making for us?
All fresh. What we're going to do today is we're going to do our stir-fried vegetables, and also it's going to be tossed with quinoa. Instead of using rice, you're going to use quinoa. Quinoa is really, really high in fiber, and it's really, really good for you.
Now, I'm looking at all these things right here, and I see a lot of kids might go, wait, where's the processed stuff, right?
Yes.
But that is the point. When kids actually take part in this and actually cook it themselves, you find that they also take ownership of it.
Exactly. You would be so surprised how much more likely kids are to eat a zucchini if they planted and grew and harvested and made the zucchini themselves.
We have two of the young chefs from last year's camp with us this morning. Please welcome Nadia and Nylah Ali. Hello there. Hey. You can hold that microphone up. All right. So when you took this camp, were you somebody who always cooked at home anyway?
Well, we cooked sometimes and helped out sometimes, but not like a lot.
Yeah. And so what do you like about this camp?
I liked going outside and picking herbs.
And actually picking
when we went into the garden, and we got to go to the community garden in the area. We got to look at all the fruits and vegetables they planted. It was really cool.
Yeah. Now, your dad happens to be a cardiologist, and your mom's also a doctor, so you can't get away with eating a bunch of junk food anyway.
Yeah.
But what you all did was decided to make it fun. For example, take a look at these cookies right here, folks. Okay, so we've got like chocolate chips in there, and the whole bit. So this could be appealing to a lot of kids, but what is in there that can also be healthy?
There's kale in the cookies.
You put kale in there because that's your favorite vegetable? And what else do you do with kale?
Well, we made this stir-fry at home, actually, with the kale.
Okay, so now these are things, now I see a nice little package right over here, too. I think we have a couple of businesswomen here in what came out of this program, which is part of, you said, the marketing part.
Exactly. So a part of our summer camp is actually creating their own food product, and they actually take this at the end of the camp to Revival Market, and the Revival Market owners decide on their favorite product, and they actually sell it in the store for back to school.
Yeah, speaking of revival, the whole thing of being a chef is in a revival mode right now.
That's right.
What made you decide to be a chef?
Well, you know, I started way back. You know, I had a mother that just had 3 restaurants, and started watching her cook. And when I came to the States, it's just natural for me to start cooking.
Yeah, it's in your DNA.
In the DNA.
There you go. All right,
so let's
fry this up. A lot of times when people say, I don't like vegetables, especially folks of my generation, the reason why is I think we kind of boil them to mush.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's why we're doing stir-fry today. It's really going to be really quick. What I have here is ginger, fresh ginger. Everybody knows ginger. All you have to do is peel it and grate it, and fresh garlic. So we're going to start with ginger, garlic, really quickly.
I think if you have ginger and garlic, that's almost a meal in itself, isn't it? Yeah. There you go.
All right. You got that moving. And
what's the oil you're using in there?
Just vegetable oil. Just vegetable oil.
Okay.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you worry about burning things, I guess an olive oil or grapeseed oil has a higher flash point. You can.
We got some snow peas in there. We got some carrots in there. Carrots is peeled. And again, it's all about cooking really, really quickly and fresh so that you can maintain all the ingredients and all the nutrients.
Yeah, and you don't have meat in there, which I think a lot of times we think that a meal's not a meal unless you have a whole lot of meat in it.
No,
but the quinoa gives you the protein.
Exactly. You know, contain the fiber that you need. You know, quinoa is full of it. And again, you know, instead of using white rice that a lot of us like to eat, you know, use quinoa. It's really, really good for you.
Because it has that texture of being a rice or almost a carb, but it doesn't act that way in the body. All right, that is smelling really, really good. What would you say already? What would you say to kids to say, if you're going to do a camp this summer, do something like this?
Well, I thought it was a really great opportunity to really learn about healthy foods and how it's just really easy to cook healthy foods, so people don't really do it as often.
Yeah, and you know what, I think it's a great thing. This is a camp I think my son needs to be involved in because I can come home every day from work and dinner will be on the table. How about that? Yeah, so there is a benefit there as well. Well, there are 6 5-day sessions of the Eat This Summer Camp in June and July. You can register your child now. We have a link on our website at greatdayhouston.com, and you never know, you might be producing a chef simply from these summer camps here. So what do you want to do when you grow up?
Well, I want to be a doctor.
You want to be a doctor? Okay, that's in your DNA.
Same with me.
Same with you. Well, there you go. But healthy eating is a part of that. It means you'll practice what you preach, right? And then I think on the side, you can get through medical school by selling your cookies over here. All right. Superheroes, aliens, and monsters from galaxies far, far and away are coming to Houston for an event that's straight out of a comic book. How you can be part of it all next.